For the past 40 years, the Waterloo Action Centre has been at the heart of local life in Waterloo and North Lambeth. My name is Sara Bredemear, and I'm the Chair of Trustees at WAC. In this slideshow, we're going to meet some of the hundreds of people who use the centre every month, as a place to go for advice and support, leisure and learning, to meet old friends and to make new ones. But first, a bit of history. This red brick Victorian building, situated on the doorstep of Waterloo Station, was originally the North Lambeth Public Library. By the late 1960s, the building had fallen into such disrepair that the library had had to move out. In 1974, local people obtained the building for community activities, and the Waterloo Action Centre came into being. Jenny Stiles, the first community worker in the Waterloo area, takes up the story.
Really, it was a wreck. I mean, it had been empty 10 years. It had been derelict for 10 years since the library moved out. We've had to do everything from the foundations, new roof, new windows. We just work on the principle that people want to give as well as take.
Waterloo Action Centre still runs largely on unpaid community effort, together with a small team of staff. From the very beginning, WAC has sought to be there for people in times of need. On Thursday evenings, the centre is transformed into the country's biggest volunteer-run legal advice service, with some 60 to 80 qualified barristers and solicitors donating their time and expertise.
Giving something back to the community, I think that's the main motivating factor for people who advise us here. The matters can be very serious. It could be someone's house at stake. It could be someone's family at stake, if maybe someone's access to their kids or losing their jobs. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate. We do deal with small matters as well as big, so we cover the whole gamut. Without sounding too pompous, it's a fundamental right to have access to justice, and I think that's getting cut back for more and more people, and it's only people with quite a lot of money can afford to see a daytime solicitor. We're not a cure-all, but we can help try and cover some of the people who are falling through the cracks in the system.
Every weekday, 2 advisors are on hand. Between them, Shami and Martha can offer advice in 5 languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Bengali and Hindi.
It's mainly all to do with money matters, welfare benefits, housing, debt and various other things, consumer utilities.
So many people just cry or stress because they said they received the notice that they will be evicted in the next 28 days and they are on benefit, they are with children, sometimes it's with disability, people with disabilities and things like that.
Great people. We have lots of users here who get involved on one thing and then meet other people and then they sort of expand their connections, which is really nice. It's just volunteers that run the reception desks. We have a fantastic volunteer who runs a class 2 days a week for computer training for over 60s in Lambeth, and that's been a great success.
Very often they start off very nervous of a computer. I think it opens up a lot more avenues, what's going on, travel. They're able to communicate with their relatives much easier, keep in touch with friends who they haven't spoken to for a long time, who maybe live a long way away. Just being able to use email just enables them to keep in touch.
I live in Kennington. I've been coming to this place for, well over 20 years. And when they ran out of somebody to do the food for the Thursday club, I said, I can help. That was years ago, and we're still doing it.
They're going to do gentle exercise, work up an appetite, knock off a couple of pounds, then come and put it all back on again. We've got vegetable soup, homemade, selection of sandwiches, apple pie and custard, tea and coffee.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You get sandwiches and soup on Tuesdays for £1. You couldn't get that anywhere in London for that price. And it gets you out and you're meeting nice people. It's a great escape from 4 walls.
Well, it's just like friendship, for people our age. I mean, I'm 83, and there's a lot of them in that age here. This is my only day out during the week. I go to the hairdressers on a Friday and my shopping, and that is it. So coming here and doing this keeps me going.
Well, my name is Bernadette, and I've been doing exercise today, and I really enjoy it. Because sometimes my hand cannot move, but the exercise are doing me very well.
It's played all over Europe, especially among the older people,
Every evening when the sun begins to go down, you'll find them all clustering, the older people, men in particular, to play their petanques on the street corners. It's very good for the eyes, and older people, they need this eye exercise, I feel. You're judging the distances and concentrating, which is very good.
Kathy there started the club, and I thought, well, something I'd never played before, so I thought, well, I'll have a go. I would say 60% skill, 40% luck.
There are weekly group outings using free bus passes. In summer, these go as far afield as St Albans, Windsor and Westerham. We're also home to a well-established Bangladeshi community group.
In here, we run a lunch club, so it's really helped people how to moderate food in terms of salt and taking salt and spice.
I make today for lunch vegetable curry. Everything is fresh, not too much curry powder. Yes, everybody like it.
I came here as a client here, and I was very alone here. I had no relatives, no friends in this country, and now I made lots of friends, my community people. I can speak my language. I'm very happy.
Our big event is the Notting Hill Carnival. We play at carnivals around the country. We've been having open access workshops here in both drumming and dance, at least since the 90s. People can walk off the street knowing nothing about samba, and we hope to get them to a standard where they can play in front of an audience. It's a very mixed group. I know a lot of people feel this is a great place because it's the only place they can come and enjoy an activity with people of a very wide age range, very different backgrounds, all doing the same thing, enjoying themselves together.
We have this policy of using the same spaces for loads of different things at different times of the day, so we transform it. It means we have to store a lot of stuff. We have to store altars and we store rock and roll stuff.
This is one of the 3 large rooms which, together with a gallery space, are available for public hire. This brings in revenue to keep the place going, but also gives arts, sports and leisure groups an affordable place to use.
And the atmosphere is fantastic. All ages are coming, even teenagers are coming, and then some people, I believe, around 75.
My name's Chris Francis. I organise live painting and drawing classes here at the Waterloo Action Centre. There's no need to have any previous training, as long as they're enthusiastic and want to learn, that everybody's welcome.
My name's Mick Johnson. I'm a maitre d'escrime. I'm the fencing coach at Morley Blades Fencing Club. Most of the fencers are social fencers, so people that do it on a regular basis. It's a strategic, tactical game, and so the people that tend to come fencing are people who enjoy something more than just building up a sweat. They'll build up the sweat, but they'll also use their brain at the same time.
The centre is being used more than it used to be used in the past. Our management, they have not increased the rate of hall hire here, so it's still very, very competitive. And at the same time, we offer more hours than anybody around here. We have churches from different parts of the world. They feel that this place offers them the space, the solitude, that they require to come here and reflect and do their prayers and stuff.
We have prayer meetings, we have an annual harvest, and sometimes we hold parties here as well. So when we come to church, we try to make the place as attractive as possible, because it's not only us, but the holy angels also come to worship with us.
Upstairs at WAC are the offices of community groups, including the Waterloo Community Development Group, which focuses on town planning issues, and the Bankside Open Spaces Trust.
It's a social and environmental charity which gets the community involved in improving their own local green spaces and parks in the area. We actually can see the park from our windows. It's just great how businesses, residents, everyone just work together in trying to improve the area.
Thanks for coming on this trip around the Waterloo Action Centre. This has been just a snapshot of what goes on here right now, and we've not even had time to tell you about Pilates, Zumba, glam bop, martial arts or theatre workshops, the public meetings, the embroidery groups, the bicycle repair, the wedding celebrations, children's parties, gardening clubs and christenings. Waterloo Action Centre is here for the people who use it. If you want to join in, help out or run your own activities here, please do get in touch.